Salut tout le monde!
Salut, bienvenue dans cette nouvelle vidéo.
Ouais, c'est une vidéo un peu particulière parce qu'on vous fait le truc tour d'un camion que vous connaissez bien si vous suivez nos vidéos depuis un petit bout de temps. Et ça nous tenait à cœur de vous le présenter de long en large et en travers.
Et puis il y avait pas mal d'entre vous qui voulaient en voir plus de ce camion, donc là on vous montre tous les détails.
Souvenez-vous, on a fait les pistes off-road dans la région de la Svaneti en Géorgie, accompagné d'un couple de Belges voyageant avec son gros camion 4x4 aménagé, un MAN 11-136. Après de nombreuses demandes de votre part, il est temps de vous le présenter. Place au truck tour de ce camion qui sort de l'ordinaire.
Salut tout le monde, alors comme vous savez, de temps en temps on vous présente des amis voyageurs qu'on rencontre. Là vous les avez déjà vus avec nous plusieurs fois en Turquie et en Géorgie. Mais là on va vous faire un petit tour de leur projet et du camion. Salut.
Hello.
On le fait en français ou en anglais?
Anglais.
En anglais. Ok.
Hello, I'm Nathalie.
Hello!
Ah bon? We are Nathalie and Denis. We travel for 1 year around the world. Our destination is Mongolia, or was Mongolia. It's not easy to reach Mongolia now, so we change plans. We will see.
Okay, and present your truck. What is it before the travel truck, and what is it the truck?
So originally it's a military truck from the Belgian army. It's from 1979, so it's 43 years old at the moment, but still going strong. We convert the whole truck, especially the shelter. Normally it's a radio shelter, original, and we converted it into our little house. The truck itself is with a small engine. We can carry 11 tons, so that's the maximum weight of the truck, but we only have 136 horsepower, so we go very slow.
It's the same engine to Marius, but we have turbo, and you without.
We don't have a turbo. So yeah, if you want, I open the trunk.
Yeah.
So this is our engine. It's original. We didn't change anything, so it's also very old. We just changed the belts and some oil and fluids. This is something special. It's an air filter, but it's with oil. We never see this before. I think it's something old or from the army. So we don't need to change the filter. We just change the oil. So if there's a lot of dust, we can change it, no problem. We don't need to carry all the filters with us. This is also a funny thing. I will show you. Wait.
It's for winter.
It's for winter, so if it's too cold outside, we can close it and the engine keeps warm or stays warm. But it's a funny thing. We don't use it for now because the weather is too good. Yeah, for the rest, I'm not an expert, so maybe you can.
Yeah, it's like my engine. It's 6-cylinder and 6 liters of cylinder.
Yeah, almost 6 liters.
Yeah, and just without turbo.
Yeah. Also,
very strong.
One thing I want to say is we don't have power steering, so it's just a shaft to the wheels and that's it. So it's not. It's very hard to turn. If we stand still, we cannot turn.
Yeah, I see you at the moment and very strong, just
back and forth, and every time turning the wheel. So yeah.
It's 10 years older than mine.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it. Huh?
But it's working.
It's working.
And all time you are 4x4?
Yeah, normally it's always 4x4, but we also have a differential lock in the middle, so, and also one in the back. So if we have really problems, we can switch it on. But so far we only need it one time.
Okay.
So and here we have spare tire. It's also original, and it's a good system. You just pull it out, put it in. It's not on the roof. We put an extra, a little bit bigger diesel tank because the other one was too small. This is around 200 liters.
Yeah, like me.
So, but we can do maybe 700 kilometers with it. So we consume actually around 25, a little bit more, 25 liters of diesel for 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
But you never drive when it's too low, because one time when we drive like this, it's the sensor is here, but if you drive very much down,
of a diesel, but
and it was pop.
It's very similar to my truck, same consumption. And because same engine and
the same weight maybe also.
10 tons.
We are 9 tons now.
And the difference, it's you have twins wheel on the back.
I think it's better to have one big wheel instead of two, but for driving on the road, like most of the time you drive on the road, this is nice. It's very stable, it doesn't move, and it's cheaper because a big tire is very expensive, very heavy.
It's better for the road. Just for off-road, it's dangerous. You have a stone inside.
And we had it before.
Very nice. And it's an old truck with a
flatbed. So it's actually, it looks like a pickup truck, oversized pickup truck, and the shelter is put on top of it. And it's also original, so in the army they can change the shelter, they put it off, they put it back on, and they have this also with a bash, I think is the name, and you can sit with more than 30 people.
With a metal ring.
So it's not like yours, it's not completely fixed, it's only fixed with the chains.
And it's very good solution, because if your truck it's broken, you can just take off this and buy a new truck, or on your garden.
Maybe a tiny house.
Tiny house. Okay.
Maybe you can show this. So here is a little diesel tank. It's on the roof because you will see it in the inside. We have a diesel stove, and because it's higher than inside, the diesel goes by itself, by gravity. It pushes inside, so we don't need the pump, and we don't need electricity. So that's why it's on the top.
We go inside?
Yeah!
And you have a bike?
Yeah, we want to take our bikes, but there's a little problem, because we have a door on the back. Normally the door is on the side. I want to change it, but we didn't have enough time and experience to do it, so we keep this. And we came up with a solution. We put the bikes on the door, and now you can open the door and the bikes turn around the shelter. So it's the best solution we could find. It's not heavy, and so far we are traveling for more than 7 months and it's still here. And the roads we do, it's not always a good road. So
how many times you have played bicycle?
Not so many times.
It's like all traveler. It's the same, because
actually here in Armenia we could use it because in Armenia there are not so many dogs.
Yeah.
But in Greece and Turkey and Georgia too, there's too many dogs and it's too dangerous to drive a bike.
The dog don't like.
No. Yeah.
After you. I like this truck because the outside it's very military truck, and when you go inside like a boat.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting, the difference to outside and inside.
You don't expect it from the outside, and that's also what we wanted. So people who see the truck, they think, wow, there's nothing to steal, they won't go inside. But for us, it's a good living room, and we like it. It took me 2 years to build everything. It was also COVID, so the shops were closed, and but I.
And
almost,
you work in the same time?
Yeah. So it's just after
weekend
work.
or after work.
But I'm happy, but it's not finished. So we had to make a decision when we leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the last month it was very busy making or fixing almost everything. But it's not finished. But we can live in it. And if we are back home, maybe I finish it. We will see.
For me it's finished.
No.
And it's you do it yourself.
Yeah. Everything.
Okay.
And we also, because of COVID, the price of wood was very high.
Yeah.
So I was starting to be creative, finding other solution. Like for example, this is an old table, and if you see online, you can find free old tables. People throw it away, and just we cut it, and it's nice wood, and you don't have to buy it.
It's ecologic.
It's ecological. Also, this is an old IKEA table.
Okay.
So we cut it. You see it. It's pressed together, and then we make. We cut it and we built everything. Here it's a special compartment. I'm very happy with this. It's you can store your board games inside. So on your side you can see it. You can open it. And it's a secret place for everything. It's a lot of games inside.
Very nice. Good idea. And for two people it's very big because you have a bed.
Yeah.
It's not every time in this place, and you have a big living room and kitchen.
Yeah, that's true. We try to keep the space open, so if you live here, you can still pass. And a lot of campers, the space is very narrow, and then it's not easy to pass. But we can walk with two people, and this, like you say, this is our bed. We try to make a solution with it's electric kind of thing to put open windows. So I don't know the name. So it's electric. It's very slow. It goes up and down. So if we sleep, we just lower the bed until here, and then we sleep on this height. The idea was this table can go down too.
Okay.
So there's
this bed on the
then
sofa.
you have for 4 people place for sleeping, but because we buy this used, it's second hand, it doesn't work anymore. So but we're only with 2 people, and when we have friends they sleep on the ground because it's very big.
You can make a demonstration for the bed?
Yeah, we can.
It's easy for you?
No, it's not easy.
now for technical part, what have you got for water, electricity, heater?
For water we have 300 liters of water.
Yeah.
It's 3 separate tanks, so it's not one big tank. They are under the seats. Before we fill the water, we have an inline filter.
Yeah.
So it's a very small filter. Small in the sense of very thin holes.
Yeah.
So it should be filtering like 99.9% of all bacteria and all dirt. So we are sure if it's in the tank, it's already clean.
Yeah.
But we also have an extra filter and an extra UV light. It's UV light is for bacteria inside, so it kills the bacteria. And we have 2 ways of using the water. One way is through the filter, and that's where we drink from.
Yeah.
It's 2. You can see it in the sink. There's 2 kind of faucet.
Yeah.
This one is for the dishes and everything, and one is for drinking.
Yeah, just for drinking.
For drinking. Yeah.
Okay.
We have a big battery. It's a self-made battery. It's I will show you later. It's all separate lithium cells. It's LifePo 4 is the name.
Okay.
So the good thing about this is you can arrange what you want. You can make a 12 volt battery. You can make a 24 volt battery. So what we did is we make 27 volts.
Yeah.
Because we need the higher the voltage, the lower or the smaller the cables has to be.
Yeah.
So it's easier to pull the cables, and it's also cheaper. The battery itself, if you compare it to a normal 12 volt battery, it's like 600 ampere hours. So I calculated a long time ago. I think it was around 7,000 watt hours.
Okay.
So it's easier to compare because otherwise you have to compare it with the same voltage.
Yeah.
And this is 27 volts. So I say 7,000 watt hours.
Yeah, watt hour.
Yeah.
Bon, bien là, on est en plein vent. On est sur le toit du camion. Et on va vous montrer un peu le système solaire avec les slides, comment c'est fait. Il a 6 panneaux supplémentaires qui slident sous les autres, ce qui permet de pouvoir monter sur le camion et de se poser, regarder les animaux ou de se poser, boire un café. Ça fait une petite terrasse. Et quand il faut et quand il n'y a pas assez de soleil, il déplie les 6 autres panneaux pour avoir une grosse surface de solaire. Ce qui laisse de la place pour pouvoir naviguer sur le toit. Donc c'est vraiment une chouette idée.
We have a big battery. That's because we do everything on electricity.
Yeah.
We don't have gas. It was a choice, but also a test for us because we didn't know if it was enough. In winter, sometimes it's not enough because we only have 1,200 watts of solar on the roof, which is a lot. But if you cook on induction, for example, if you put 1 pot or 1 pan on the stove, put it on maximum, it's almost 1,800 watts.
Wow, okay.
Almost 2,000 watts for just 1 pan.
Yeah.
So you need a lot of solar power if you don't want to go to a campsite. And we always stay free, so we never have to charge from a camping or. So that's why we need a lot of solar, a lot of battery.
But on the winter you have second choice.
That's true. We have this stove, the diesel stove. It works on diesel. It's just like I said, outside the tank is on the top, so gravity push inside the stove, which makes it almost unbreakable. There's no electronics, there's nothing, it's just all mechanic, and it works all the time. We just have to put a little chimney on the top. So because of driving, it's too high. We take it off and close it. But if we stand somewhere and we need a stove, we put it on, then it's like an extension of for a little bit more than 50 centimeters, because you need a little bit more than 2 meters in total, because otherwise it doesn't work. It needs to have the suction from the chimney. So if we put this on, we can cook on it. It's a small thing, but we we make lasagna, we make stews. So we did a lot of things on this, and we are very happy. So we don't use electricity for this, and you don't use gas. So it's just you already use it for the heating. So it's actually, it feels like free. We don't have to make another thing. Yeah, we are very happy with it. Yeah.
And for 220 volt, you have converter.
Yeah. It's a Victron converter, Multiplus, I think is the name. It's also a charger, which we don't use that much, or almost never. It's around 3000 volt ampere.
Yeah.
I always say around 3000 watts. It's not exactly the same, but it's almost the same. Yeah, it's big, but we need it because of the cooking, the induction. Also, we have an electric boiler too. It's for heating the water for the shower, also for the sink. In summer we use it on electricity.
Okay.
But actually it's a boiler for a sailboat or for boats in general, and there is a way to heat it with fluid from the engine. So it's heating fluid or cooling fluid, like you say. It goes like inside the boiler, and it heats the water.
Okay, but if you stay 2 days, 3 days on the same place, your engine are cold.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's electricity.
It's electricity. In summer we use only electricity.
Okay.
Because we have enough. But there is a system we have. It's like a Webasto kind of thing.
Okay.
It's not Webasto, but it's something similar, and it heats coolant. It's normally for big engines to heat the engine before you start it. If it's very cold, you can put it on. It's a burner with diesel too, and it heats the engine. But we were thinking about. I've seen it on internet. Some people do it to make floor heating. So that was our idea too. So under this where we sit, there is floor heating, and the heating runs around all the truck, inside the boiler, around the battery, also under the shower. So in winter it should be very warm if you stand in the shower. The only problem is it's not complete. We miss one part, so it's not finished now. But almost everything is in place. We just need an extra expansion tank, because if you heat the coolant, when you heat it, the pressure goes up, and the level also goes up. So if it's a closed system, like in your home, you have a pressure tank. But with this it doesn't work, because if it's on pressure it breaks. So in your car, in your engine, it's the same. If you're driving and it's hot, you see the level rising. And that's one part we miss now. So but because we have the other stove, we don't need it. For example, we had minus 18 on this trip in winter. We put on the stove. 1 hour later, all the windows open. It was 32 degrees inside.
Like a sauna.
So that's why my plan was to finish it on the trip, but we didn't do it. We didn't need it. Maybe I will finish it, because it's a lot of work we put into it. Also
find the parts.
We will search the part and then finish it, and then it's all finished. But for now it doesn't work.
I like the stove because it's small, and it's not big like a wood stove. It's first time I see that.
Original is from boat too. We buy this also used, so second hand. We search it, but we didn't find a lot. So and I think this one is more than 50 years old.
Whoa!
So it's very old, but it still works, because there's nothing that can break.
Just mechanic.
It's just mechanic. Just a spring inside to choose how much diesel you want to go inside, and that's it. I'm very happy with it.
And just cleaning the tube 1 time per year, I think.
We didn't do it yet. I think we should do it. But I think now we won't use it until next winter, so we will do it when we are back home. We'll check. the big advantage of this is diesel. You already have diesel.
Yeah.
You use diesel for driving.
So
So we were thinking about wood stove. It's very nice. It looks cool.
Yeah.
It's cozy.
Yeah.
But this is more easy.
it's necessary to find the wood, and
Yeah,
in
dry.
Armenia it's dry,
Yeah.
no tree,
Yeah,
and no wood.
No, and even if you find wood,
Yeah.
you need place to
Storage,
storage, and yeah, that's not always easy. I think. So for us, this is a perfect solution.
Okay, now you have a special toilet. It's very interesting because it's not chemical toilet.
Yeah.
It's not dry toilet.
It's not.
It's not with wood.
No.
It's a special dry toilet.
Yeah. So we were searching a toilet that was easy to maintain, so not too much work to clean, and also because before we had a chemical toilet, and a chemical toilet is good, but it starts smelling after
Yeah.
a time, and you always need to find a place where you have to put the dirty stuff in. You cannot throw it in nature.
Yeah.
So we find this. We were lucky because it was just a new model
Okay.
when we left our trip for our trip. Normally they are a lot bigger. This one is smaller, so
Okay.
it's perfect for this van kind of thing. So the toilet is a separate toilet, like a lot of people
Okay,
already
yeah.
have now. But like you say, you don't need something to dry.
Yeah.
There is just a plastic bag,
Okay.
and normally it's plastic, biodegradable plastic. So you separate the hearts from the fluids, and it's just inside the bag. Just inside the bag, and when it's full, you close it. And if it's biodegradable, normally they advertise it like you can dig a hole, put it in the ground, and it will be compost. We don't do this. We use a real plastic bag because it's stronger, and you don't want it to break. So it's just stronger. We can last for 3 weeks with it. So after 3 weeks it's full. You just close the bag, find the garbage, and leave it in the garbage. What I like about this toilet is you never smell something inside, because there is also a ventilator, and it sucks the air out, and also dries everything, and it goes to the outside. So inside it's always fresh. You don't smell anything.
Okay.
So even after 2 weeks and it's almost full, and it's normally should start smelling, you don't smell it. And yeah, that's perfect. Because we live in a very small space, 2 persons. You live with 4 persons in a very small space. If something smells, it's not pleasant. You don't like it. So I like this system.
Everything it's dry on the plastic bag.
It should be drying, but I don't look inside the bag every time.
But it's it with air and ventilation.
Yeah.
It's this system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And for the fluids, you have 2 models of this one. We choose for a model with the tank. So it's, I'm not exactly sure, but I think around 7 liters.
Okay.
And after, when it's full, there is a light that comes on, and then you see it's full, so you don't, it doesn't flow over. And then you take it out. It's just, just put it somewhere. It's no chemical, so it's
no, it just.
And the thing is also, if you separate the fluids from the hearts, it doesn't sting, because it stings, but not so hard, because the combination of the 2 makes ammonia or something, and that's what starts stinking. And so I'm very happy with the system. You also have the other one, the other system, the other type of this one, and then you can put it back straight to your tank, your grey water tank.
Okay.
So it's only fluid. For me it was not necessary, because there's more things that can break, because if you drive off-road and you have a tube, and it's maybe not so pleasant if this breaks. So for us, 7 liters is enough. It's not every day we have to put it away. So yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
I think the brand is Separate.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think it's Scandinavian brand. When we buy it, it was 850 euros, but I think normally it's 900 euros.
Okay.
So it's not cheap, but it's good. For me, it's good, and it also looks good. It's not. It's just. I like it.
It's toilet like a home.
Yeah. We also have in the same room. We also have a shower. It's just a normal shower like in a house. The only thing what I like about this, because we built everything ourselves, we can choose, and we found a shower pen. I think the name is which is on the floor.
Yeah.
With high walls.
Yeah.
Because you're never straight.
Yeah.
And if you have small walls, then it flows over.
Yeah.
So it's I think 8 centimeters or something high, which is enough, and also it has 2 outlets.
Oh.
So not one in the middle or not one on the corner, but 2. You also have 4, but we have 2, and it works good.
I have just 1, but I have like you bigger. Because every time it's 1 time on the left, 1 time on the right.
Before we had plastic one, camper shower pen, and I buy it and I order it from the internet, so I receive it and I think, wow, it's so soft. I didn't trust it, so we search something stronger because it's a truck. We don't need to see for the weight. We can put 3 tons more and it's no problem. So that's why we choose for decent material. The same like for the kitchen. It's not thin wood. It's real
wood.
It's real oak. So it's heavy, but it's strong and it will last.
And you can in the truck.
Before this travel, I didn't drive a truck. I never tried a drive off-road.
Me too.
And now we build it before we test it. And so I want everything to be very strong, but actually it's more than it's too strong maybe.
It's perfect. Okay, thank you for your presentation, and very nice to meet you, and maybe on the road after your second trip 1 week later and in Turkey maybe. Thank you for all, and n'hésitez pas à les suivre sur Instagram, sur Expédition Diesel, et vous verrez, ils ont un nouveau projet. Là, ils laissent le camion en Arménie et ils s'en vont pour quelques semaines, quelques mois vers d'autres destinations avec un autre système de voyage. Merci.
Ah, salut.
Non, comme ça. Ouais. Il est bien le camion avec tonton Denis. Ouais.
Il est temps de dire au revoir à nos copains, Expédition Diesel. Ça y est, ils prennent le large, ils partent en avion vers de nouvelles aventures. On espère se recroiser en Turquie parce qu'ils partent jusque mi-août. Donc normalement, c'est possible qu'on se revoie en Turquie. On espère se revoir tout bientôt en tout cas. Bye! Ça y est, on a repris la route, on a laissé Denis et Nathalie. On a couru après son cas pendant 2 heures, elle a réussi à s'échapper. Quand c'est comme ça, elle fait son tour, elle part pas bien loin, mais faut attendre qu'elle revienne, quoi. Donc bon voilà, on a attendu 2 heures qu'elle revienne, c'est tout bon, on a tout le monde. Du coup là on se dirige vers la route de Diligent.
On a appris qu'il y avait qui à Diligent?
Bah ça on ne sait pas.
Alors on essaye de se quitter mais la route fait que...
On n'y arrive pas.
Non. Ils ont un 4x4 vert.
Petit indice, hein, juste comme ça. Bah allez go, c'est parti. On s'arrête à Diligent, une ville plutôt industrielle mais qui renferme quelques artisans créateurs, dont ce sculpteur sur bois qui fait de magnifiques œuvres qui demandent patience, minutie et bien évidemment du savoir-faire.
C'est vraiment très très bon. Ça ira très bien dans ton camion ça.
Ouais.
Non, avant tu touches pas.
Enlève. Bonjour.
Est-ce qu'on peut le prendre dans le camion?
Ah ouais, il a pas fini encore, t'as vu, il faut qu'il fasse encore toutes les gravures là, il va toutes les faire là.
Ah, il va faire ça.
Ouais, il va faire ça. Là c'est les modèles, et puis il a commencé à tailler le bois, et maintenant il va falloir qu'il grave sur le bois. C'est impressionnant.
Et moi 3 heures là de voiture qui est monté.
Ah oui?
Oui, de réparer tout ce qui casse.
Le monsieur me disait qu'il utilisait différentes sortes de bois. Donc il y a notamment du poirier, de l'orme, et ici c'est du chêne. Et il met entre 2 et 4 jours pour faire une pièce, pour la sculpter. Donc voilà, c'est un vrai travail de patience, mais il travaille très très bien, c'est magnifique. On est parti faire une petite randonnée de 5 km près de Diligent pour partir à la recherche d'anciens monastères datant des années 1200. Ça donne comme un air d'Indiana Jones, vous ne trouvez pas ? au centre, d'information, je sais pas, du lac Harpie. Parce que du coup, ce lac-là, il est situé à la frontière entre la Géorgie, l'Arménie et la Turquie. Et pour pouvoir y entrer avec un véhicule, il faut un document spécifique en fait qui te signe.
Il faut s'enregistrer avec les passeports parce qu'on est dans le parc national et c'est les rangers qui le surveillent. Donc il faut juste se présenter, s'enregistrer et puis après on peut faire la piste qui fait tout le tour du lac.
Donc on va voir ça.
On va aller les voir.
Passeport.
Eh ben c'est sérieux, ils prennent les photos des passeports, ils ont pris tous les noms, j'ai dû signer, ils prennent la plaque du camion et puis ils nous ouvrent la barrière pour tout à l'heure.
Bon bah c'est parfait.
On y va?
Et du coup on peut rester le temps qu'on veut ou t'as dit le temps qu'on voulait rester?
Bah de toute façon demain
il faut qu'on parte. Ouais.
Donc on va faire la journée et puis...
Mais ils t'ont demandé combien de temps tu restais? Non. Ok.
Non,
et du coup t'as rien payé?
Non, c'est gratuit.
Non, c'est gratuit. Parfait. Notre dernière halte se fera au lac Harpie, un lac d'altitude puisqu'il se situe à 2023 mètres. Il est proche des frontières avec la Turquie et la Géorgie. Harpie signifie en arménien « lever de soleil ». En 2009, le parc national du lac Harpie a été créé. Il s'agit du deuxième plus grand lac d'Arménie après le lac Sévan, avec ses 22 km² de superficie.
Eh bien, on démonte les batteries, ça recommence à s'oxyder. Merci à vous tous pour vos commentaires techniques. Je les suis, il fait un moment, mais j'avais pas du tout pensé à le faire. Donc là, je démonte les cosses, je les graisse, je les resserre bien, je fais tout nickel. Et avec de la graisse, on verra si c'est mieux. Merci à vous.
Là, c'est pour ça.
Ben, il garde toujours son sérieux. Parce que là, ça penche bien. Hein. Ça y est, il est temps de quitter l'Arménie après avoir passé un mois à visiter ce pays. L'Arménie est peu connue, ou alors seulement à travers les guerres dont elle a dû faire face. Et pourtant, l'Arménie est une terre très surprenante, avec son point le plus bas se situant à 900 mètres d'altitude. Ici, vous pouvez vous détendre près d'un lac, crapahuter dans les montagnes du Caucase, apprécier les nombreux monastères perchés ici et là, s'allonger dans les prairies colorées de fleurs sauvages. Bref, vous l'avez compris, on a eu un petit coup de cœur. Qui sait, on reviendra peut-être. Au revoir Arménie.
Et donc là on vous parle, on est dans le parc national frontière turque et frontière géorgienne. C'est notre dernier jour en Arménie parce que notre assurance s'arrête ici. Ça fait déjà un mois aujourd'hui. Donc
Ouais.
on va retourner en Géorgie et poursuivre nos aventures.
Donc on vous a montré très peu de l'Arménie dans cette dernière vidéo. Mais en fait, on s'est beaucoup baladé, on a pris quelques petites pistes sympathiques à travers les fleurs sauvages et tout. Donc on vous a montré quelques paysages de ce qu'on a vu ces dernières semaines sans aller forcément en profondeur et sans décrire vraiment énormément
Ce qu'on a fait.
Donc voilà, on espère quand même que cette vidéo vous a plu et on vous attend la semaine prochaine pour du off-road en Géorgie.
En attendant, partagez, aimez et commentez cette vidéo. Prenez soin de vous et à la semaine prochaine.
Ciao, bye bye.
Bisous.